Let's go.
That's up to you. If you did that in your home, that's up to you. But again, massive political news from the United States yesterday. Donald Trump became the first president to be convicted of a felony. And not just one, not just two, not just three, not just four. I can't do the whole
Yeah,
thing.
are we going to go all the way?
One.
Yeah, are you two? Are you three? Yeah.
34 felonies came back guilty as charged for Donald Trump. Faces anywhere from 16 months to 4 years in prison. He's not going to jail on this. Sentencing is July 11th. We'll see what this means for the presidential race. What do you think this means, Tam? We'll start with you for the presidential race, because I'm seeing a lot of, oh, this won't do anything, and I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know if it's going to do much. This is the thing. July 11th, he's sentenced to whatever that may be. It's not going to be jail time, most likely. But then just a couple of days later, that's when the Republican Party is going to officially name him the party's candidate. And so just the optics of that, the fact that the massive other party in the U.S. is still going to say, well, he's convicted of a crime, not a crime, 34 felonies, and we're still going to name him as our candidate. I just feel that they are also aware of the fact that it's likely not going to change much. The people who support Donald Trump have supported him through scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. Before the election in 2016, during the election, they've come through it, and they still have that support for him for 2024. So I don't see this being the thing that's going to move the needle.
The thing I found so interesting about this, his commentary afterwards, was talking about how already spinning it, saying, yeah, this is this, but the American people will decide on November 5th. I'm like, the American people decided. That's what the American justice system
12
is.
people decided.
Those are American people who have decided your fate in this circumstance. So his choice of words will never not floor me every time it happens. The casualness of it, the complete disregard to it. And, that is the American judicial system, which he, as former president and potential president, is a proponent of. I mean, he's the leader of. And so to denounce its ability to make a proper decision, I mean, talk about optics. I mean, those things don't make sense.
No, they don't.
And there, one other thing, just to show you how, you said his choice of words, it floors you every time. There was a point where he was saying that the jury's decision doesn't necessarily have to be unanimous. And I'm like,
that's
I'm sorry,
how that
what?
works,
That's
sir.
how, but that is a jury.
Yeah,
that is how a trial happens.
Yeah.
They do, yes, you can get a hung jury, of course, but
that's not what
the
happened here.
decision is always unanimous. That is what
Have you seen his legal team? I'm not surprised you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was not the Matlock here we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But to your point too about him saying, "Oh, the people will decide." This guy doesn't have the rep of respecting what the people decide. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Like there was a coup in that country. Don't tell me he respects what the people decide. And the one part of this that's bothering me is people are going down the road of, well, this isn't going to change anything. Look, at the end of the day, again, he was accused of falsifying documents to hide a story about a porn actress. I mean, I think there's more serious issues to deal with in society, personally. But big picture, you can't tell the margins are so fine already on this election. I'm seeing polls nationally. It's 1 point separating Biden and Trump. In Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, it's like 2 points. It's 1 point. It's going to be like that again. The 5 to 6% undecideds in America, and there's not many, but they're there. The 5 to 6% of it, you can't tell me this helps him. You can't tell me the undecideds in America, who decide all elections, by the way, all elections, are going to look at that and say, you know what, my kind of guy. You know what, my kind of leader.
Hope not.
That's not how that works. Never mind the fact that abortion rights will decide the next election, and I do believe Joe Biden's going to win on that because Trump put 3 judges on the Supreme Court. I think this election is going to be far more lopsided than people think. But don't tell me the undecideds look at that yesterday, 34 guilties on felonies, and say, now, you know what, I'm leaning towards Team Trump. There's no way that helps him, and I'm shocked at that opinion, but hey, we'll let the people decide. November 5th, this year in the United States. We'll be talking about a lot here on Breakfast Television. All right, Tammie's got a lot more on the story out of New York yesterday coming up in news. Also, coming up on Breakfast Television, there's a new market in town with a brand new food experience that you can enjoy.